I've been stuck in virtual reality for 10 years. I think my human body just died. Technology is advancing scarily fast nowadays, but I never could have expected to be taking a vacation in virtual reality. Feeling tired, stressed? Take a virtual reality vacation, said the giant billboard on the edge of the road. At the time, I was living in the moment with my husband and son in the car, listening to the radio with the windows down. Let's take a vacation. What? We can't afford a vacation. What about a virtual one? I asked, pointing to the billboard. He scrunched his face at me. No way, that stuff is dangerous. They say some guy played a game on it, and then he couldn't tell reality from the game, and straight out murdered some people. Surely you don't actually believe that, haha. I drove the rest of the way home in silence. When I got home, I handed Finn to Aaron. He needs a diaper change. But I went up to our room, pulled out my laptop and typed in the website. Stunning photos of beaches filled the screen. Aquamarine waters, palms swaying in the breeze. Bold black text read, "Plan your virtual reality vacation for only $39." I scrolled down. After a large ad for something called the Love Simulator, I found more information. 5 reasons to book a virtual reality vacation. It's cheap, no jet lag, no bug bites, no sunburns, and it's extremely realistic. This seemed perfect, extremely cheap, and I wouldn't even need to go anywhere. I was curious as to how it was meant to feel like a full 2 weeks when it was only 3 days, but excited to try it. Pack for 3 days, but don't worry, time travels differently in our virtual reality system. You'll feel like you had a full 2-week vacation. I clicked the big red button. Book now. The biggest mistake of my life. Aaron, I said, walking into the kitchen, which reeked of baby poop. I'm going away to my mom's for a few days. I didn't tell him what I was actually planning on doing. He lit up. Oh, that's just great. Without Finn. What? You two will be okay without me, right? I guess. Mama, Finn said, smiling at me. I leaned in and kissed his forehead. I would miss his sweet, smiling face. If only I knew that might just be the last time I'd see him. But I needed this. I couldn't remember the last time I had a day to myself. I'd been stuck for almost 2 years in this rut of dirty diapers and tantrums. Even just taking a 15-minute shower felt like a luxury. When are you leaving? He asked. Tomorrow morning. Okay. He reached over the mess of poop and gave me a hug. I'm sorry if I made you sad. I didn't mean to. In the car, I shook my head. It's okay. I'm not mad, Aaron. I just need to get away from life for a bit. He nodded. I'll miss you, he added, as I climbed the stairs to pack. I'll miss you too. The next day I made my way into the city towards the giant new research building for this new virtual reality vacation game. The building wasn't exactly what I expected. Suite 4A, in a dilapidated office building. The few suites next to it were empty, the wallpaper torn where the business placards once hung. I raised my fist and knocked 3 times. Come in! My doubt evaporated as soon as I walked in. The office was modern and professional. It mildly resembled a doctor's office, with a secretary behind sliding glass panels and tiled floor. Danica Kelly, I said. She clacked at the keys. You may go into room 3, she said in a perky, chipper voice. I followed the white halls to the room. A leather recliner stood in the middle, next to a small desk, a laptop, and a headset. A tall, blonde woman came in after me. Please have a seat, she said in the most soothing voice I've ever heard. So, Danica, are you ready for your vacation? Yes, I groaned. Please, I need this. I have a toddler. She laughed. I know how it is. You don't even feel like yourself, right? Exactly, she laughed. Well, don't worry. You will be so refreshed after it, your family won't even recognize you. She picked up the headset and lowered it over my face. Just relax, she cooed. The image of a sunny beach faded in, aquamarine water, palms swaying in the breeze. Relax. The sudden transition from the clinical room to the beach was nearly seamless. For a moment I felt a lurch in my stomach, as if I had been physically transported. But soon, the warmth of the sun on my face, the gentle caress of the breeze, and the rhythmic sound of the waves lulled me into acceptance. This wasn't just a headset experience, my whole body felt the warmth of the air change. The 2 weeks went by as quick as any vacation would, but felt so realistic. It really did. The vacation was incredible. I sunbathed on a private island, built a castle out of pink Bahama sand, swam with dolphins, snorkeled in a coral reef, pet a turtle, and it all felt so real. The 2 weeks went by all too soon. Before I knew it, I was watching the sun rise over the ocean, waiting for my 11 a.m. checkout time. Surprisingly though, I wasn't sad. In fact, I was happy. I can't wait to hug Finn again, and Aaron. I smiled to myself as I imagined Finn sitting on the floor playing with his cars. He'd say, pushing them along the carpet. When I walked in, he'd look up and say, Mama, Mama! And that was more beautiful than any sunrise, real or not. Soon enough, the credits rolled up on the screen. Thank you for choosing virtual reality vacation. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Beep beep, click. The headset loosened. I reached up to pull it off. My arms felt surprisingly stiff and achy, and a sharp pain jabbed me inside my elbow. I guess I have been just sitting here in this chair for 3 days. The headset came off. What? The room looked different, dilapidated, old. The clean white paint was peeling. The floor was cracked. Hello? I called. I'm done. No reply. I started to get up. The sharp pain jabbed in my elbow again. I looked down. My heart stopped. A needle was taped to the skin. Leading from it was a thin tube that curled and coiled up to the ceiling. Some sort of fluid passed through it. "Hey, is anyone there?" I shouted. Silence. I ripped it out with a yelp of pain. I looked down, again. My pants were gone. I was instead covered with a thin sheet. 2 more tubes snaked out from under it. I ripped those out too, whimpering in pain. Then I hobbled up, walked over to the door. I yanked it open. The hallway was in the same state of disrepair. Peeling paint, cracked floor. What the hell is going on? I ran out into the waiting room. It was empty. I ran down the stairs out into the parking lot. The asphalt cracked and buckled. Weeds poked through. My car was gone. What the hell is happening? I pulled out my phone. It was dead. I walked out onto the sidewalk. Cars whizzed past me. I walked until I reached the main road. I held my hand out for a taxi, but none passed. Finally, a pickup truck rumbled to a stop next to me. "Hey lady," the guy said. "Need a ride?" "Oh no, I'm just waiting for a taxi." "Taxis don't come here no more," he said. "Come on, hop in. Where you going?" Monmouth Place. It's out of my way, but I'll take you there." I weighed my options. It was cold out. My phone was dead. There were no taxis. I opened the door and climbed in. We drove in silence, only broken by loud smacks of chewing gum. Finally, we pulled up to the small ranch on the cul-de-sac. "Thanks for the ride." "No problem, ma'am." I stepped out. I grabbed my keys and put them into the lock. They didn't fit. I jammed them in again. Not even close. Aaron, can you let me in?" I called. "My keys don't fit," and the door creaked open. A woman I didn't recognize stood there. "Who are you?" she snapped, eyes narrowed. "Who the hell are you?" I shouted back. My confusion boiled into anger. No. Gone for 3 days and he invites some woman over? Hell no. "Where's Aaron?" An 11 or 12-year-old boy peered out from behind the woman. "Oh, are you the new mail lady?" "Where's Aaron?" I asked again. Thump, thump. Footsteps thudded inside the house. The tall, lanky shape of a man appeared. His eyes were sunken with wrinkles, his hair was peppered with gray, but it was undeniably Aaron. As soon as he saw me, he went pale. "Danica, what are you doing here?" "Where's Finn?" I asked, my voice shaky. "What's going on?" "I'm Finn," the boy piped up. "No. What?" Aaron stepped out onto the porch and closed the door behind him. "You can't just come back here, after so long." "What are you talking about?" "The last 10 years, he shouted, his voice halfway between a scream and a sob. "Why did you leave, Danny? Why? We were happy. We were a family." I stared at him, confused and terrified. "The first few weeks Finn cried for you every day, and if I'm honest, so did I. But I guess you didn't even care." "I do care. I didn't." "No." His eyes glittered in the light. "Now I finally have a good life, a good family. Don't take that away from me. Aaron, No, I'm done." He walked back into the house and slammed the door. Inside, I saw Finn smiling at his new mom, eagerly grabbing a sandwich. It was Finn. The up-slanting brown eyes, the olive skin, the pointed nose. Not a baby anymore. Grown up. I missed everything. I started away from the house, missing the clumsy toddler hugs Finn used to give me. The cold wind nipped at my face, my hands. The snow crunched under my feet. I waited until the sun sunk behind the trees, until Aaron and his new wife were in bed. Then I went in through the back door. He always left it unlocked, and crept up the stairs. I can't believe he just married some new woman, his wife, and Finn's new mom. I felt the heat rush to my face as I stepped towards the bedroom. He never cared for me. The door creaked open. I stepped inside. Finn slept peacefully under the covers. Various awards and diplomas hung on the wall, things I'd never been part of, things I missed. I covered his mouth. Then I pulled him out of bed. I dragged him down the stairs. He thrashed and wriggled against me. I didn't remove my hand until we were out in the cold night air. "You're crazy!" he yelled. "Get away from me!" "I'm your mother," I said, dragging him by the hand, "and you're coming with me."